For years, WJBF News Channel 6 and our partners have championed local families through our Children First campaign. Together, our mission has been to strengthen our community by uplifting children and their families across the CSRA. Count on News Channel 6 as we make a difference in the lives of local children. To learn more, visit WJBF.com/Children First. WJBF News Channel 6's Children First is sponsored by Bridgestone.
BrianBaby.com. Click, click.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 6, more live coverage from the Masters as players compete for a spot on the weekend and patrons enjoy the peace here. Your News at 6 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to all of our Masters visitors. I'm Jenny Montgomery.
I'm Brad Means. We do appreciate you joining us as our Masters coverage continues. Can't believe we are already at Friday, an important day for the players, as News Channel 6 Sports Director Gianna Cephalou is here to confirm everybody trying to make the cut.
Yeah, Brad, absolutely. It is cut.
Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci joins us now for a first check of the weather. Jenna?
Well, another beautiful day out there as we start out with our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam. Just seeing a few high-level cirrus clouds, but overall plenty of sunshine today. Now, if you notice some haze to the sky at all, that is because we do still have some brush fires that are developing because of the dry conditions. We've been dealing with this fire danger threat all week long, and I'll have more on that coming up in the full forecast. But our low temperature tonight or this morning was 42 degrees. Then we climbed all the way up to 78, putting us near average. And around the CSRA, we are currently sitting in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. That's the case in Sylvania now, 77 in Gibson, 78 in both Augusta and Aiken. Lincolnton, you're at 76. The dew points are in the 30s and 40s, so a little bit higher than yesterday, but overall still very dry. But the good news, especially for golfers, is that the winds have settled down. Mostly calm, only up to around 5 miles per hour out of the southeast. And for the rest of our evening, we're going to stay mild, 65 at 9 p.m., 63 at 10. And looking ahead, we'll have an overnight low of 48, and those temperatures will really soar this weekend, all the way into the upper 80s by Sunday. I'll have more details on how long that warm-up will last coming up, but back to you, Jenny.
All right, thank you, Jenna. He's been a staple in Augusta during Masters Week for years. Golfer John Daly was known for camping out at Hooters every year to meet his fans, but he had to find a new location after that restaurant closed and was torn down. Masters Week is always busy at Top Dog Tavern. This year, John Daly is drawing even more people into the restaurant. Top Dog says it's been a successful week, and they hope the restaurant becomes Daly's new landing spot during the Masters going forward. Daly has won 2 major championships, but never a green jacket. He's not your typical pro golfer, which says that's what makes him appealing.
Just the way he's just like an everyday golfer. He takes the swing way too far back in his backswing, and he swings as hard as he can, but he is a legend. He's a really good golfer, and he's just hilarious. I mean, he's just kind of a knucklehead, you know.
Daly will be at Topgolf tonight from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Patrons are making their way out of Augusta National, many stopping by the huge merchandise shop before they leave. And for a lot of them, a trip to the Masters just isn't complete without picking up some serious souvenirs. Throughout the day, patrons move quickly through the shop, grabbing the popular items before they're gone.
Like this shirt, you won't see again in your lifetime. So, and also the gnomes too. I was lucky enough to get a gnome this morning, man. Oh my God, the gnome craze is something.
And while some patrons found exactly what they were looking for, others say the experience itself is what makes it all worthwhile, no matter what they leave with. Moving on to other news now, we do know the names of 2 people killed in a weekend motorcycle crash in Aiken County. The victims identified as 21-year-old Colton Sanders and 17-year-old Jasmine Ames. Sanders was the driver of the motorcycle, Ames the passenger. It happened Sunday on Jefferson Davis Highway. The coroner says the motorcycle collided with another vehicle, and the investigation is still continuing. Now to an update on a story we brought you yesterday, a brush fire in Aiken County now mostly contained. According to the South Carolina Forestry Commission, that fire's near Sunnybrook Road in Trenton. At last check, about 60% of the fire's been contained. The commission expects it to be fully contained by tonight. Coming up, peace talks between the U.S. and Iran continue. Where things... Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci is back with us now in a beautiful forecast.
Yeah, loving all this sunshine, Jenny, but it is definitely going to be warming up even more. It's already warm out there, but we'll hit the mid-80s this weekend and then 90s possible next week. Details when we return.
The clock is ticking and the deals are dropping fast. You got 36 hours to save big at Hamrick's. Get lady sandals for $20. At Seen on TV items, 2 for $14. Pillows and cushions starting at $5. Garden items, 60% off. Americana home and garden decor, 60% off. Select home essentials, $10. And even more favorites, just $5. Every second counts. These savings won't wait. It's the 36-hour sale only at Hamrick's. Pitch and putt for...
To get the weather, you need to see the whole picture. That's why Live Viper 6 gives you the Skyview network. Get a live view of traffic and weather from all over the CSRA. Available online 24 hours a day at WJBF.com and the free Live Viper 6 mobile app. The WJBF Live Viper 6 Skyview network. Powered by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service.
Come see why everyone's talking about WJBF 6 Plus, the CSRA's streaming home to a wide variety of local original programming. Free to download, free to watch. Get WJBF 6 Plus today on your favorite streaming device. The Live Viper 6 Day Planner, available on Facebook and WJBF.com. Sponsored by Jordan Trotter Facility Services and Property Management.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back and happy Friday to you. Another stunning day as we start out with our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam. Abundant sunshine all across the CSRA with a warm 78 degrees. Now, a key factor in the forecast today is those lighter winds, especially when we're talking about the Masters tournament. The winds have played a big factor this week, but luckily they're finally much lighter, only coming in at 3 miles per hour out of the south. Dew points in the 30s and our humidity at 25%. Sunset will be at 7:55. So pretty consistent temperatures from around 76 to 80 degrees down there in Screven County. And as we look at our satellite and radar, it's this high pressure keeping us dry and warm. All of the active weather is stretching from the northeast down towards the southwest along this frontal boundary that is stalling out. Now for us tomorrow, we are still going to stay sunny and dry, all thanks to that high pressure and control. 51 at 8 a.m. and then climbing into the mid-80s. So definitely getting much warmer for the tournament this weekend. 86 will be your high tomorrow. A chilly start though, 48. But notice even those low temperatures starting to rise into the low 50s on Sunday. And we will start to see those wind gusts pick up the pace again on Sunday up to around 25 miles per hour. And that's going to be because of this frontal boundary eventually reaching us as a dry, cold front. So that means it's not going to bring us any rain. We're not even expecting any clouds, but we will see that front approach us Saturday night into Sunday morning. So you can see that there's Saturday at 10 p.m. winds coming out of the south ahead of it, bringing in that warmth, and the winds will briefly come out of the north, but then we're quickly back to that south wind again. So prepare for the breeze on Sunday, but other than that, there's not much going on until we get to next week. Then we're switching gears and we're really going to be focused on that heat as we're going to hit the 90s for the first time this season. So on average, the first 90-degree day happens on April 27th. So we would be a little bit ahead of schedule this year as those highs are expected to hit at least 90 on Thursday of next week. Then I'm forecasting 91 on Friday, and notice several days ahead in the 80s as well. So here's your 10-day forecast. So even if not all of us are at the 90-degree mark, we are all going to at least be in the mid-80s for several days ahead, and we are really not expecting much rain. So we will continue to have that threat of some fire danger concerns when we have the breezy winds and the low humidity, along with the dry soil next week as well. And we'll be right back. Oh, and congratulations to today's umbrella winner. That is Sherry Duggar from Belvedere, South Carolina. Sherry, you can pick up your Viper 6 umbrella here at the station and sign up to win yours on WJBF.com. And now we will be right back.
After an accident, it is not just about a case. It is about getting you back to the moments that matter most. At Mike Costello Law Firm, we help you move forward with confidence.
When you get approached from somebody,
a bank is going to be pretty much one size fits all when it comes to lending, but as a community banker, we can be so much more specialized. Working with an SBA lender can mean lower down payments, quicker turn time, and longer maturities. Ultimately, a community banker understands what works for small businesses. I'm Maria Lawson, and I would love to be your first community banker.
You know what Georgians hate? Being
The day we've all been waiting for, NASA's Artemis 2 returning back to Earth after completing a historic 10-day mission around the moon. Jacqueline Lee is in San Diego, where the splashdown is happening just off the coast.
All eyes focused off the coast of San Diego tonight, where a U.S. Navy ship is standing by to welcome home the Artemis 2 crew. The Orion space capsule set to splash down into the ocean just a short time from now. The 4 astronauts are completing their 10-day mission to the moon and back.
We were asked, what are we looking forward to? And I said splashdown, and it's kind of humorous, but it's literal as well, that we have to get back.
Re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere is one of the most dangerous parts of the journey.
Now, I'm going to tell you, it's 13 minutes of things that have to go right. It's more, in my head, about an hour and a half of things that have to go right.
Orion entering the Earth's atmosphere at 24,000 miles per hour, nearly 400,000 feet above the ocean. The heat shield on the spaceship is responsible for withstanding temperatures up to 5,000 degrees. And during the most intense heat, a communications blackout, the crew losing contact with mission control. Parachutes deploying to help the spacecraft splash down off the coast of Southern California. Helicopters hoisting them out of the water and on board the USS John P. Murtha. This mission historic and a big step towards future trips to the moon and beyond. Many people anxious to learn more from the observations the crew made during the lunar flyby.
You know, one of the most exciting things for me was the fact that they actually saw meteorites hitting the surface of the moon. They saw at least 6 of them between mission control and the astronauts on board. You need to understand where the resources are, and you need to understand what problems you're going to encounter.
Once medical evaluations are complete, the astronauts will be flown back to NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston, where they'll be reunited with their loved ones. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, San Diego.
And you can watch live coverage of the Artemis 2 splashdown on our app, WJBF 6 Plus. That coverage begins at 7:30. We'll also have live coverage here on WJBF News Channel 6 starting at 8 o'clock, right after Masters Report.
I'll T-bone at the intersection.
It is a Viper 6 alert day as we track severe weather.
The live Viper 6 weather team is coverage you can count on for the entire CSRA.
The day my daughter was hit feels out of your hands. Call all nines.
It's been a Masters tradition for decades, watching for the beautiful people watching the tournament. It's a star turn out there somewhere with George Escala.
It's one of the great side benefits of the Masters, not only world-class golf, but the world-class celebrities that are drawn here. A-listers all the way, and I'm pretty good at spotting them, so sit back and watch the stars come out. Football great, Bengals, Jets, he loves the space race. Mr. Boomer Esiason.
Loving life, loving the Masters 2026.
Tremendous comic actor, big golf fan. You remember him from Cheers. Woody Harrelson.
Hello, how are you?
Another brilliant, funny man. Another golf fan, Mr. Steve Martin. I'm not a big country music fan, but I know Miranda Lambert when I see her.
Hey y'all, it's Miranda here. Just dropped a new album.
If he's not in the Hall of Fame, he needs to be part of the fearsome foursome. Rosie Greer.
Rosie Greer? Who's that?
Oh, don't pretend. Brilliant, funny man. He's from San Francisco. He's crazy. Mr. Robin Williams.
How you doing?
Superstar rocker. I bet you didn't know he was a golf fan, Mr. Lenny Kravitz.
Hey, how's it going?
What I really dislike is one of the patrons saying they are a celebrity. This guy, Coach Shane Bieber, South Carolina. No way. I'm New Rockney.
No, I'm not.
What a great time spotting the celebrities here at the Masters. The bigger they are, the nicer they are. Isn't that right, BJ Honeycutt?
That's right. I'm BJ Honeycutt.
Out there somewhere at Augusta National Golf Club, George Escala, WJBF, News Channel 6.
That's our time. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.
Tonight, the breaking news.